Hi friends, welcome back. So we got breaking news. The Bitcoin ETF has been approved by the SEC. This is not a hoax. I'll repeat, the Bitcoin ETF has been approved by the SEC. I want to go through some headlines and share some thoughts and get yours as well. So first, Bitcoin at the moment, as of recording, is trading at 47.5. So this is certainly a good news for the bulls. You can see here it has been on an upward trend since January. And if you picked up some Bitcoin in January, you can let me know and brag about your gains, which is awesome. Bitcoin, though, is not quite back to its all-time highs, although the bulls will tell you that it's heading there very quickly. For me, the 45 level was the key level because that's where previously it was at in terms of a near recent high. However, it is above that now at 47.5. There's a lot of money interest involved into this ETF thing. You can see the headlines here. BlackRock grayscale among 11 firms approved for spot Bitcoin ETF in the long-awaited SEC decision. My personal opinion, I didn't think they were going to approve it. I just thought they were going to delay it because that's what they had done in the past. But evidently there was enough momentum and enough Wall Street, I guess you could say, pushers, however you want to say, or pumpers, you want to say that as well, who are interested in this thing. If you're also following the story yesterday, the SEC account over at Twitter/X was hacked, and they released news that the Bitcoin ETF has been approved, but then it came out that no, we got hacked, and we didn't officially say that. And it was interesting because they were saying too that the hacking was not due to any sort of failure involving Elon Musk's X. It more had to do with, I guess, someone, the hackers that is, got control of the SEC phone that was connected to the account and somehow was able to tweet from the account. Who knows? Who knows? The SEC is saying that the FBI is investigating the hack. So that's a crazy story, and you guys can have any sort of opinions on that one. I really don't know what happened there. I'll just say that when the hack did come out and then the tweet came out, etc., and it turned to be false, that Bitcoin was really, really volatile. It went up and went down and went crazy things. But now it is officially approved. There's a couple things that I want to point out, though, with this, which I think is really fascinating. Is one, everyone's trying to jump into the money wagon on this thing. So it's this is just a partial list. There's 11 places you can get this ETF, I guess. So BlackRock being one. These are major. Fidelity, ARK, Invest, Invesco, WisdomTree, Bitwise, Valkyrie, and Grayscale, and I think there's a few others that haven't been listed on this one. And we'll take a look at a statement from Gary Gensler over at the SEC. You'll see it's a little bit strange, but let's read it together. Based on these circumstances and those discussed more fully in the approval order, I feel the most sustainable path forward is to approve listing and trading of these spot Bitcoin ETP shares. It says he added to the SEC, quote, did not approve or endorse Bitcoin. So they are saying, okay, you can have these spot Bitcoin things, but we're not approving or endorsing Bitcoin. Moreover, it's also saying investors should remain cautious about the myriad risks associated with Bitcoin products and whose value is tied to crypto. Now, it's interesting because there's 5 people who are the SEC. There are 5 commissioners, and one Democrat dissented, and this is with a quote from them. So it says here, Democratic Commissioner Caroline Crenshaw, who normally votes along Gensler, called the move, quote, unsound and ahistorical, saying it puts the agency on a wayward path that could further sacrifice investor protection. 2 Republican commissioners, that would be Hester Pierce and Mark Uyeda, expressed support for the decision, and then 1 Democratic commissioner, Jamie Lizarraga, she said she wouldn't put out a statement. If you do the math on this thing, there's 5 people. If Gensler's for it and the 2 Republicans are for it, that's 3-2. 1 Democrat said nay, another one basically abstained because it doesn't really matter what they say at that point because, again, it's a 5 on the board. So I thought it was really interesting. The other thing that's going on in the world of crypto and also these money firms, essentially, they are fighting over your money. And basically what they're doing is they're competing over fees. So, and this is not unusual. This is really unusual. So BlackRock, their iShare Bitcoin Trust, they're saying they're going to charge you 0.25%. Then I guess they lowered it from 0.3. ARK is saying we're going to charge you 0.21%, and they lowered that from 0.25. See, they're fighting over this stuff. Moreover, Bitwise is saying we will be at 0.24. And then Morningstar, VanEck was saying 0.25, etc. So this is very unusual that they're, would do this kind of thing. And so what I've decided to do is to help you pick out the best crypto advisor, and I have a set of criteria for you guys to look at. And here it is. So the first is, if you want to find the best crypto advisor, I would recommend you find someone who talks really fast, because in the Bitcoin world, things go fast and you need a fast talker to keep up with all of the crazy news coming out of Bitcoin. Number two, if you want to find a Bitcoin advisor, you got to find someone who wears a backward baseball hat, because, Bitcoin is a bit counterculture. It's a bit of a rebel. It's a bit sort of way ahead of everyone else and different from the crowd. You got to find that person who expresses that more clearly. And the best way to do that is to wear a backwards baseball hat. Moreover, you got to find someone who does not trust the mainstream media and doesn't trust anything, and in fact, complains about it constantly. So if you can find someone who complains about mainstream media, you are on the right track. Moreover, since Bitcoin and crypto is all time consuming, I recommend you find an advisor who doesn't have a girlfriend or a boyfriend, depending on which way you swing or which gender you are. But having a partner just gets in the way. Moreover, old people don't understand crypto, so I recommend you find an advisor that is under age 30, preferably under age 25, because again, old people just don't get it. Number 6, you got to find someone who is very knowledgeable about drugs, because crypto and drugs go hand in hand, and people who are knowledgeable about these things tend to know about both. Moreover, find someone who brags about their Lambos, because if they don't have Lambos, they don't know what they're talking about. So those are my advices on finding a crypto advisor. Moreover, it's a joke, of course. Moreover, I want to point out the greater fool theory. In my opinion, and this is actually my real opinion, on crypto, I just feel like it's all about greater fool theory. And if you don't know what this means, it basically means I'm going to do something dumb in hopes of finding someone who will do something even dumber. Meaning that the reason why I buy crypto is because I believe I can find someone who will buy it at a higher price. Another way to say it is that buying crypto / Bitcoin is like being a fool, but I believe I can find an even greater fool to take advantage. Here's another illustration of that, is the fool buys something for 300, but if they can find a greater fool to buy it for 500, hey, so be it. So that's it. And I know the crypto bulls will get upset at these kind of things, but honestly, guys, I was reading around, and seriously, I was actually looking around at all of the Bitcoin and crypto websites and influencers, etc. And what's the argument for why this ETF is going to make Bitcoin so awesome? I don't get it, to be honest. I really don't, because I can get crypto pretty easily now. The argument they're going to make is that, well, if it's an ETF, it's going to be even easier, but people can already get it in the Robinhood stuff if they really want that. I guess you can make the argument if BlackRock endorses it, then even more people will get in. But I think if people wanted to get in crypto before, they would have done it already. So I don't think, in my opinion, this is a major game changer. However, to be fair, it is fun to talk about. So that's about all I have to say about that. So anyway, love to hear your thoughts on this one, and I'll catch you in the next video.